welcome to our ICT class. Today's topic, we are going to be looking at computer software. Some of us are already wondering, what is computer software? Computer software are also called software. It's a set of instructions and its documentation that tells a computer what to do and how to perform a task. It means that the computer software is what makes the computer to function properly. Without the computer software, the computer cannot function. It's just like you have a car without a car battery. No matter how big your car is, it needs a battery to be able to function properly. And not just the battery, some other components also makes the car to function. So today, we have learned that the computer software is a set of instructions that tells the computer what to do and how to perform a task. We have so many examples of software. Now, even looking at the pictures that is on your screen already tells you that you have been seeing software every time you turn on your device. Looking at this picture, we can see that softwares are in our tablets, in our computer, and even in our iPad. Some examples of this software is your browsing software like Mozilla Firefox, your chatting and your social media software like your Facebook, your Opera Mini, even your football game, Candy Crush, Temple Run, Talking Angelo. They are all examples of software. We also have the antivirus softwares, the virus scanner, the backup app, the WhatsApp that you use to chat with your friends and also chat with Mr. Samuel. All these are examples of softwares. Now, as we can see them, these softwares also have icons. Now, the icons are what we are seeing on the screen. Icons are those little pictures that are used to represent a software. Whenever we download a software or an app into our device, we see their icons, and those icons are what we use to represent the software. We have three major types of software. We have the application software, the system software, and the utility software. I will say them again. Can you say it with me? Number one, we said what? The application software. Number two, we said what? The system software. And number three, we said what? The utility software. So let's begin with the system software. The system software is a type of computer program that is designed to run a computer's hardware and application programs. I will say it one more time. The system software is a type of computer program that is designed to run a computer's hardware. Yeah, I remember in our last term we looked at computer hardware. We said that they are the physical parts of the computer. So this physical part of the computer is run by the system software. It is just like your keyboard. We all know that the keyboard is used for typing. But if we have the keyboard needs to be run by a software so that the computer will be able to recognize that this is a keyboard. It is the keyboard that helps us to type. So a software needs to be run to make sure that the computer recognizes that a keyboard can type. It is just like when you have your CD-ROM, you put your flash. The computer will only recognize that you have put a flash if you have the flash drive that have been run in your computer. It needs to be driven by what is called a driver. That is what drives the computer to know that a computer hardware is placed inside the computer. So the system software is a type of the computer program that is designed to run a computer's hardware and application program. Now we have three main examples of the system software. We have the Windows. The window is run by the Microsoft Corporation. And the window is one of the most popular operating system or the system software. We have different versions of the Windows. We have Windows 7, which is one of the most used Windows version. We have the Windows 10, which is the latest version. We have Windows 8, Windows XP, Windows Vista. All these are examples of the Windows. We also have Linux. Linux is also a system software that runs in our computer hardware. And the last but not the least is the Android. Most of us are familiar with the Android because even our tablets have the system software of Android. That is why most of the time we call it an Android tablet. Even our phones, our Infinix, Sony, Samsung, Tecno, most of them are Android system software. They operate in Android OS. Now, this Android has different versions. The latest version is Android 10. We also have Android 9, we have Android 8, we have the Marshmallow, we have the KitKat. All these are examples of the Android version. Now let's move to the second type of computer software, which is the application software. Now this software is very, very important because it is this software that helps to perform a specific task. The application are programs that do a specific thing, such as a game or a word processor. It is mostly called an app. That is what we call it. Now, with the name application software, it is seen as an app. An app can do a specific thing, like an app for chatting, which is WhatsApp, cannot be used to browse. The only work that it does is to chat and talk with friends. An app that is used for browsing cannot be used for playing game. No, because the only work that is meant to do is for browsing. Talking Angelo cannot be used for browsing. No, because the only work that is asked to do is for playing game. Tempo Run cannot be used to chat with friends. No, because the only work that is meant to do is for excitement and for fun. So you see, an application software can do only a specific task. Some examples of this app are your game app, like your Talking Tom, your Tempo Run, your football game, and so on and so forth. You have your browsing app, like your Chrome, your UC browser, your Mozilla Firefox, Safari. We also have your chatting app, like the one we are seeing on our screen now. From the icon, we have the Facebook app. We have the Instagram, we have the Twitter app, WhatsApp, Skype, Snapchat. There are so many apps that we can see there. We also have learning app, coding app like our Scratch. I remember when we were still in session, most of us have the Scratch app in our tablets that were used to design our own specific game. That is an example of a coding app. With that, we look at the last example of our software. And this is called the utility software. The utility software are software that are designed to help to analyze, to configure, to optimize, or to maintain a computer. I call this the brain box. Why do I call it the brain box? Because they work behind the scene. You do not notice that they are there, but they are there to make sure that your computer runs properly. It is used to support and to protect the computer. Most of us never acknowledge this software, but they are there. And these software are what makes your computer to work without fault. And even when there are errors, This software helps to manage and restore these errors, to debug them. Some example of the utility software is your network manager. Some of us complain, Mr. Samuel, there's no network in my phone. Before you know, network comes on. So the network manager helps to do that. We have the application launcher. This helps to install and to launch our application. Sometimes we may have some issues when we collect application from Xender, from someone, and after we try to install, it's not installing. It means that there's a little fault with your application launcher. And before you know, the application launcher begins to debug itself, and your computer or your device will start working properly. We have the antivirus software. This software fights viruses. Viruses that helps to damage our computer or our device. The antivirus software helps to fight against it and protect our tablet or our computer from damaging. We also have the backup software. The backup software is the software that helps to keep our data in check. Now, the backup software helps to retrieve lost data. Maybe there's something that we have done, we have created a game from scratch app, and mistakenly we deleted it. With the backup software, we can be able to retrieve our information intact. Now, there was some time ago that I mistakenly deleted a very important picture. Now, I just went to my backup software and I was able to retrieve that picture. So that is one of the features of the utility software. They are not, you cannot see them, but they are working. That is why I call them the machine. Always remember, do not forget that software are in all computer devices, and they are very important because they give tasks and also protect the computer. With this, I come to the conclusion of today's lesson, and I believe that we have learned so much from this lesson. Do not forget to always take notes for what we have done and make sure you do your assignment properly. We will see ourselves in our next class.